Okay, yo, what's going on? Salute. This is your man, Words Taylor. So, all right, we're still in this series. What are the stages of a profitable launch plan? Okay, and as you all know, this is my Ready to Launch series where I get on here every single week and I talk to you about new and inspiring entrepreneurs. I just talk to you about how to start to get more customers in your business and create a reliable income. So, the last video I talked to you about creating awareness. That's the first stage of having a profitable launch plan. Now, the second stage is attraction. You have to get it to the point where, let me say this also to go back to awareness. That is also where I'm going to do my market research. And by market research, I don't necessarily just mean Google something. All right. I actually tap into my audience. I talk about this on my live training that I do. You can see the link below. If you want to register, I tell you the entire process that I go through when I'm doing my market research. So what I'm saying that I'm going to do is like the scientific method. I'm going to observe, I'm going to create a theory, and I'm going to now test the theory, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify who my audience is. Maybe my audience are, morbidly obese men that want to lose weight without having to count calories. All right, perfect. Now, the thing that I'm going to do next is I'm going to start putting them in position where I'm putting out consistent content to attract them. But what I'm mainly trying to do is I want to get in front of some people because I want to ask them questions. I want to interview them. I want to give them a survey, right? So you can either do it that way first, or if you know people that are already in your target audience, if you know people like that, you can simply send them a survey. I want at least 10, 15, 20 people to, between 10 and 20 to fill out the survey. What I'm looking for, are there any breakouts with the questions? So one of the questions that I may ask is like, hey, what would you consider a win? If you were able to actually get the results of, of taking control of your health, what is considered a win? No longer having to take medication, waking up and feeling rested, losing weight and having a plan to keep it off, being able to work out, lose weight, and maintain this new lifestyle, whatever. So based off of what they pick now, I know what my messaging should be. Another example of this is I did the same thing with my own program with Dream Builder Nation, where I was always talking about, if you look at some of my old videos, 6 figures, create 6 figures. And so when I finally started doing actual market research and I dug into the audience, so I had people fill out the survey, what I found that I asked them, what will be a win for you when it comes to building your business? Is it reaching 6 figures? Is it creating a system that gives you consistent, reliable income? Is it being able to put out consistent content and knowing exactly what to say? Or is it, I forget the last one. But the majority of the people, 58% of the people said, I want to learn a system that produces consistent, reliable income. So now that I have this, I started, that takes me to the attraction part. I started putting out content and creating free trainings and my emails and my captions and all of those things. You all even hear me talk about, hey, this is Ready to Launch, where I help new and inspiring entrepreneurs be able to understand how to get more customers in their business and create a reliable income. Why? Because based on my market research and the people that I interviewed and people that filled out the survey, this is their preference. They're like, yeah, if I have a system, I know that I can get to the 6 figures. So that's not what I really want. But what I really want is know how to create consistent income. I really want to know how to get a customer. So when you dig into attraction, this is all about truly understanding your customer and now identifying What are you going to do to attract them? So things I do webinars. I may do 5-day challenges. I may do lives. All of these things are going to help me attract. Now, I also want to say this. In the attraction phase, I'm still not trying to sell. I'm selling me at this point. I'm not selling a product or service. I'm just trying to get you bought into me. So what's most important for me is I want to build up my email list so I can get to the next phase, which is building authority. So I want to build up my elite email list. So I create certain things that attract you to want to be a part of my email list, or want to be a part of my free community, or want to be a part of my text group. I'm creating all the language so you want to be a part of these things. So I'm using the right thing to attract you, all right? You have to now get to a point, and I use this example on my training, like Little Caesars Pizza. They're like, okay, we're gonna create pizzas for families that wanna feed adults, parents that wanna feed their families without having to wait or pay a bunch of money. Okay, how do we attract them? Well, we gotta use the right language. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand on the sidewalk, and as cars are driving by, we're gonna have a sign that says $5 pizza, hot and ready to go. If a parent sees that, think about a parent that just got off of work and they're like, okay, all right, I forgot to thaw out some chicken. I forgot to thaw out some meat. This is perfect. Let me go in there, hot and ready to go. In 2 minutes, they're right back on the road, getting ready to go home. That's attraction. So you knew exactly where to set up shop. You knew the exact language to provide them with, and you knew what product or service that was going to be most attractive to them, that will make them stop and move. This is what you're trying to establish in the attraction phase. I only want to establish, again, I want to identify myself as who I am, and now I want you to identify yourself as my customer. So I'm attracting you to me. I'm going to create a free offer, something free that you're going to want to take, and it's going to be something that is helpful and beneficial to you. You're going to want to take it. So now in that, I'm building my email list, I'm building my text list, I'm building my group. All of those things, these things are necessary, because when I do a launch, I don't want to feel like I'm not launching to anybody. I don't want to feel like I'm starting from the beginning. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm just selling, okay? Just advertising. I don't want to feel like my page is an advertising, one big advertisement. I don't want to look like that. So instead, I want people to see the quality, teaching, and all of those things. So again, what I would say is, you want to do your market research. You want to interview people that are in your target market. You want to have them fill out a survey. You want to find out what's in their head. What are the gaps? What are the things that they're going through? What are the things that they want to overcome? And then now you can prepare content, emails, free offers. You can even cater your main offer to them based off of their pain and the relief that they want. All right. So that's the attraction phase. That's what I'm working on in the attraction phase. The next phase is I have to become the authority. And I'm going to talk to you about why that's important. Again, all of these things are building us up to get the sale, to actually get people to buy instantly. Because when we go to market, as soon as we go to the market, I want to be able to make money. I don't want to start from ground zero when I release a product. I don't want to release the product and then have to start advertising and marketing the product and try to convince people this is something that they need and educate and all that. No, that should be already done. That's why in a marketing plan, we have the awareness phase, we have the attraction phase, why I'm teaching what problem we're solving and how bad this needs. I'm educating and doing all of that now. So when I finally release the product, people are ready to buy. All right. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense to you in the comments below, and how you're enjoying this series so far. Next up, I'm going to tell you why it's so important to have authority. But not only that, we're going to talk about how do you get instant authority. Because when you're seen as the authority, you will be seen as the go-to person for that particular thing in the industry. And if you're seen like that, then people are only going to want to spend money with you. I'm going to show it to you. All right, let's get it.